The challenges we faced, as Chris had mentioned, it wasn't the equipment, it really was the workflow. How do we get jobs? How do we get this many jobs through the plant? How do we enter this many jobs in customer service? How do we invoice this many jobs? We needed to come up with a more efficient workflow in pre-press. And then probably the most difficult challenge we had was developing our product offering. Our president, Brian Payne, has a sign on his door that says the answer is yes. And that's sort of the culture at Hamilton Printing is, yes, we can. And we knew by coming up with a product offering, or our box as we call it internally, in some cases we were going to have to say no. We couldn't offer everything in the digital market as we were offering in the offset market. We couldn't offer every paper. We couldn't offer every cloth. We couldn't offer 3-hit stamping, foil stamping, or embossing. So we needed to come up with what our digital book was going to be. And then, as difficult as developing that box was maintaining, or continues to be, to maintain that box, because we constantly get requests from customers or our sales reps, hey, we can get this job if we're willing to do this, or we can get this series of books if we're willing to offer this cloth. So keeping those walls up around the box is probably one of our biggest challenges. And then we also wanted to be able to move work between the offset, the 1300, and the Novera easily. We wanted it to have the same look, the same bulk, the same paper, same everything, no matter where we printed it. I think what we have been surprised with is the reliability of the equipment itself. In an offset environment, we're running maybe 35% of the time. We're making ready to press 35% of the time, and we're down 35% of the time. We're in the digital market, we see the equipment up 80% of the time. So in the traditional offset, it's running, like I said, 35% of the time. Digitally, we're closer to 85% of the time that we're actually running the equipment.